But they look at Trump. Boy, is this thing pulled back, huh? Nice push here. I got in when this first came out. I don't know, it was uh, maybe around 20 some dollars. I wrote it up into 40 something and dumped it. But I made it nice profit. I leverage traded it up to 40 some bucks. So I made a nice chunk of change on this thing. You know, if you take a fib, it came back down through the fib levels, but we're going to look at some support areas here. And see if maybe this thing is done. Pull this up. Yeah, you can see it came down through a 786. All right, now we are on, this is a weekly chart. Each one of these candles represent a week. And if you zoom in a little bit, you can see we are making a higher high here and a higher low. Okay, so possibly a bottom starting an upturn here. Let's go in on a closer look at daily. Alright, now we had a resistance down through here. You can see it. If you take a trend line, start right here with it, pull it down through. You can see we have broken out of that trend line, right? Even on the bottom, might have had something like a wedge in here. Kind of looks something of the make of it. Yeah, something like that. But you haven't gotten a break, all right? And this thing does look like it's turning up. All right, you have a trend line down here. We can keep an eye on right through here, coming out here. Okay. And there you go. All right, we got a higher high, took out this high over here, which is a good start. Looks like it's starting a 5-wave move to the upside here, right? Right here you can see a 1, 2, working on a 3, 4, 5, something here. We're going to keep this over to the sides. So the next video we come back, we can take a look here. Now if we use a trend-based fib and look for a target here, alright, I like to use the closing candles, give me a little bit more accurate view. Alright, pull it down to the bottom. Could get a push up towards 11, somewhere up there. Usually a 2618 is your third wave. This could push up a little bit higher towards 969. Now if we look at some relative strength index, you got your daily heading to the upside here, right? Weekly, see where it's at. Don't have a weekly yet, not old enough. Okay, your 12-hour getting up towards the top, right? You can see that wave count a little bit better there, right? 1, 2, working on a 3. The 8-hour getting near the top. Your 4-hour, all right, it's also getting up near the top here. And you can see now, I can see something moving a little bit better working out here, all right? Especially on a 4-hour. Inside of your waves, you have sets of waves, right? On a 1-hour, you should see this a little bit better. Okay, here we go. Right through here, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then you got an ABC, which is perfect. Right through over here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so this 5th wave done. Looks like it could push up a little bit higher if this wick is legit. All right, I would look for a push. Get this fib on here, right? Possibly up to 935. All right, 935. Where you're going to have 1, 2, 3, if this third wave is legit, okay, and possibly right up here. Now if we zoom back out again on the 12, all right, getting a little messy, but I want to show you something. All right, like I said, waves inside of waves with Elliott Waves. Sign up for a level 3 membership, guys. You get 10 hours of videos. I teach all this stuff in the videos, and you get a link to the Discord to come trade with us, okay? 3, 4, 5. That all turns into your bigger sets of waves. Okay. Over in the Discord, we are going to absolutely be smashing it soon. This altcoin season is coming, guys. The Bitcoin dominance is getting to the point where it's ready to roll over soon. And we're going to absolutely smash it. Okay. We have about 177 members over there. We leverage trade, so if that's something that interests you, please come join us. Also in the description of the video is a link for Weeks. Let me show you how high this thing could go. Weeks is the leverage trading site we use. Great site. I love it. I use it every single day, but there's a link in the description of the video for that. No KYC if you don't want to sign up for it. Now, if this thing does a retracement and gets back up to retracement levels, I don't know if it will. But normally stuff does. Okay. Now, this thing had a lot of FOMO coming in over here. All right. So will it get this high again? I don't know. Possibly. If it does a retracement, you'd be looking at 51 bucks if it gets that high. But just starting off down here in the bottom, this first move, I'd be watching, up towards, like I said, we took, let's take the trend-based fib off this again. Out on the daily. Zoom in here. Got a nice break here. Really do. That break of resistance definitely, in the higher high, taking out this high over here, definitely proves a lot. I mean, all down through here, you just had lower highs and lower lows, right? Right here, you had, I use closing candles, right? You had that high, then you had a lower high, lower high, right down here, lower high. Now you finally have a higher high. That's what you're looking for. That's what you want to see. All right, now if we take that trend-based fib, look for that first target, closing candle, back to the bottom. 11.16. That's when that would be my target area up into here. 10 to 11 bucks, right around in there. We'll keep it just like this for the next video. See how we do. Right. Might be a little bit less than that. Depends on how much volume comes in here. That's what you want to see. You want to see volume come in and see if this thing picks up steam. Do we have any buy signals on this? No, none. Okay, that's on the Lorenzian classification close. This thing's awesome. I love it. On a 12-hour, has it done any? If I see like a possibly trade that I want to enter, I'll open this sometimes. It'll have a green arrow. If it says a buy or not, has its win rate up here. It's pretty cool. If you just trade with it, you'd win a high percentage of your trades. Like if we go over, let's take a look over here once, and let me turn it on. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because and I don't get anything out of showing this thing. I like it. It's pretty accurate. If you just took trades when this thing said buy and sell, you'd do pretty well. I mean, a lot of the times it turns out to be right, which is pretty crazy. But I know it does a lot on Bitcoin. But over in the Discord, guys, if you're into leverage trading, you come join us. Try it out for a month. If you're not making money, if you don't like it, then don't re-sign up. But when Bitcoin's heading up like this is where we're making money. And when these altcoins, when this altcoin season starts, look out. That's when we're really going to cash in. But Bitcoin, if you want to see more on Bitcoin, go check out a couple of my other videos. But let's turn this on over here. All right. It's had 14 trades on Bitcoin on the weekly. All right. 12 wins, 2 losses. Right here it had a sell signal, a red sell signal. Okay, here it had a green buy signal. Down here, come over here, let's go on a daily. On the daily, it has had 33 trades, 29 wins, 4 losses. That's an 88% win rate. not too bad, right? Shit has a green arrow here, you know, pushed up, pulled back and ran. Green arrow here, back through here, nothing. Had a sell signal here, okay, for this draw. Here it had a buy signal for this big run up. Here it had a buy signal for this big run, you know. So it has its moments, right? I mean, it's called a short, called long, called a short over here. That's it right up here. Lorenzian classification close. If you want to check it out. Like I said, I have no affiliation with it. I think if I'm looking to take a trade and I want some more confirmation, you know, I turn it on and see if it's showing anything also, and gives me a little bit more, you know, an extra layer of confidence in taking the trade. Bitcoin closed most of that fair value gap. You can see here what it did. You can see this was the high over here, right? It broke through, came back, retested this high over here, right? You had a retest is what it did. Came back and just retested it perfectly. Closed most of that gap, and right up here, it has to get through 99. Has to. All right, and we'll see if it does or not. But Trump, maybe turning bullish here, getting run back up. We'll see what happens. Thanks a lot. Have a great day, everybody, and thank you so much for watching my channel. I appreciate it. Have a great night.